Look how it looks on the inside. Can you guess? Can you guess? I hope no one gets angry because in here people are more traditional. They like things exactly. They don't like someone random moving things even though they will be moved back again. So yeah. But if they say that, well, you're not allowed to move that, I'm just gonna. But for now, I can move it. Can you guess what this is made of? This is a clue. Maybe you can see it now. This is the biggest giveaway this month. There's Jesus over there. I'm gonna show you. That's Jesus. You may not see it from here, but that's Jesus. I hope this works out also because of all the beep, beep, beep and happening around, both inside and out of the Where do you pronounce your K? Your where is it coming from? Because one thing I noticed in here is that another reason why it feels so speaking feels so strange is that I just noticed that we use different parts of the this and the this when it comes to speaking than the English language. And I asked my family, where does your K sound come from? Because I just noticed that it comes from here when I speak Filipino. And so they tried to locate it, where the sound is coming from. And they said, well, it's here. Everyone answered, it's here. But then I told them, did you notice that it's also possible on the roof of the mouth? Like, can you pass me that bottle of water? For example, the k came from the upper side of the anatomy, but here in our local language, I can feel my muscles suddenly like it's going to the gym. It feels a bit. The dog looks so healthy. It's not very normal that you see a stray dog very healthy. So if you see one when you're in the streets of the Philippines, if you see a stray dog that looks healthy, somebody probably owns it. The The dog just wanted to enjoy the freedom, and when it gets hungry, he will go back to the house. Another thing, I showed you this hat, right? I showed you this hat. This is not something that is commonly worn in this period of time. Maybe before. This is not anymore, but it is nice. So basically, if you I kind of feel like I'm wearing a costume, because this is something that is worn in August, for example, when we celebrate the language. We call it Buwan ng Wika. Buwan ng Wika, which means month of the language. So some people wear this and then they recite verses in such a manner how a poet would, like, saan nagpapahinga ang ibong pipit, mga something like that, with the gestures and the chest out, and then the, you know, they wear this. But since I asked the question in my head, at least I asked the question, well, what's prohibiting me from wearing this outside of those circumstances? People used to wear it back in the day, so why not wear this again? And this has a purpose. You see, it protects your face from the sunlight, and since it's bigger than your usual hat, the circumference, I hope I'm right, the circumference is bigger than your usual hat. It covers, when the sun is high up during the noon, it covers, the shadow protects down to your feet. So it's a very nice thing to wear, not just for aesthetical purposes, because as you can see, it's very cute. It serves a very necessary purpose. So I wore it yesterday. When I went to the market. Doogie! Oh no, this one has some kind of skin disease. She has some kind of skin disease. I wore it when I went to the market yesterday. I'm finding it hard to speak. Because apart from my brain being like a little, what you call this, steel ball jumping on the floor, marble jumping from the floor to, I'm also having this, the language, the sudden shift of everyday language. In the market yesterday and the other day, I mistakenly called several ladies kuya, even if it's the masculine form. So there is something going on in the brain, and I'm thinking more in pictures or spaces rather than words now. Again, because that's the default setting of my brain. How about you? Because this is something that I usually ask people, especially when I meet them for the first time, and you kind of established already that you locked in on each other's presence. I asked them, do you think in words or in images? And people, sometimes they're not aware of it. They will try to think just to see how they think. And then they will give the answer. And then they will also say some nuances about it. Because I often think in images, but since I am doing this very often, I begin to think in words more than the most of my life when I still haven't been doing this or speaking a lot. So I went to the market yesterday with this. This makes me happy. I have two of these, but they have different styles. And that is also a bit of I challenge. Can you hear me? Come closer. Come closer, my friend. Because I'm not sure if you can hear me. Okay, does intimacy scare you? Well, this is a bit intimate. You can see my armpits and all. This is also a bit scary to me. But since you're just an entity and I'm the one who has the flesh, well, it doesn't feel as scary as it is in real life. So yes, I went to the market. I'm really,